Eugene. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. He'll bring it out. It's Peoples. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go...
Got a little grass, and they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's Beck. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. He's got it on the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Maybe some room here. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Man, this is the opposite of what this defense wanted. They told us in meetings, like, they were focused on this running back, can't give up the big plays. He's touched it twice, and he's made 2 big plays. They've got to wrap him up. Sometimes you don't realize how good somebody is until you get into a football game.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, 1 possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down. Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Throwing more. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
The Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback may change this route. I send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Dante Moore going for the big play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Hard in the backfield, it's Hooks. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
That last completion was not exactly what they had in mind. Going backwards, they'll try to convert on third down. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Right on the money. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Beck. Caught.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Nittany Lions have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Pulls and fires complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to run for it. There's a crease. He's inside the 40, the 20, inside the 10, all the way. Touchdown, Penn State. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm waiting.
The extra point is blocked. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finishing touch, courtesy of that 75-yard run to the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Here's more to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got a man. It's Hooks. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
In the gun on third down. Moore unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the ball comes to rest right there. Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Dropping back, it's Beck. Stepping to the right. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Finds his man in the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run inside. It's Griffin. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the ball.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready, go.
Moore. Dances away to buy time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Ducks look to do some damage in the red zone. He might want another play. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gonna run it. It's Wallace. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Across the 25. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Making side adjustments here. Throwing more. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. They've got the screen set up. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Ducks want to move quickly.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Here we go. Ready. Return. Go.
Dante Moore. Here's a heat. Pass the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
692, block check. Why did he go?
Moore with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it out. It's Peoples. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They just barely get him stopped, and he almost cruised all the way to the dressing room. A little excitement here to wrap up the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the number 19 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Hoosiers with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
2290 Mountain. 2290 Mountain. Jack, check. 62-24 up. 62-24. Go.
Right back to him on the ground. And he'll be brought down.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Might be changing the route. Moore, play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. More to throw for it on fourth down. Here's the pressure. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert and keep this drive going. Here's Moore to throw. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Ready? Wide,
Moore will throw. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore snags it over the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Punts it out of the air, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Peoples. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Finds his man. It's Sowell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that one's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Let's see what they've got on second down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He'll try it again. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. finds his man. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
He runs out of bounds at the 23. Third down coming.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Martin. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Floats it out in space. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Penn State, 27, Oregon 7. Number 94, set to kick it away.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. More. Caught in the backfield, it's Griffin. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Might be calling a hot route. More to the air. Got a man, it's Stewart. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Throwing more. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davison. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
Sends it downfield. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short.
Return. Go!
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose on the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Peoples. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Sauer. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point.
Makes a grab and room to run. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Keeps looking downfield. Finds space on the right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he puts through the extra point.
Number 94, set to kick this one.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. takes the handoff. It's Davison. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pick on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They go right back to him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Dante Moore fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On the run, it's Hill. Last play of the game, and see if they can dress up that final score a little bit. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.